I'm not even sure how to start this video. I didn't ever think I was going to be making this video. I didn't complete my 12-week year. I'm a little discouraged that I even have to make this video because I was so pumped when I started this series that I was going to finish my 12-week plan. I had it all lined up, and believe it or not, we got sick in December again. We were sick in November, we were sick in December, and I really pray to God that we are not going to get sick in January because I am tired of coughing. I still have a cough from our sickness in December, so I really pray to God that we are going to stay healthy in January. I mean, I feel like that's an excuse to not complete my 12-week year, but once again, I'm trying to listen to my body and to give it the rest that it needs. And I also realized a few other things about my 12-week plan. I was tracking way too many things. It got overwhelming. It wasn't quite organized how I liked it. I was scrolling up and down on my Google Docs to find the things that I was tracking. I also did not track nightly, which in my experience when I was losing weight, it was really important to every day look at my schedule. Did I make it to the gym? Did I track my macros accurately? And I realized I wasn't nightly tracking, so I was kind of like oblivious to what was really going on. However, I still do not feel like a failure. I learned so much in, I don't know, what was it, 8 weeks, maybe less. Too many goals, so I need to pare down. To be really effective at this, I think this is mostly because I have kids, I have a husband that needs taken care of. It's just not possible for me to focus my energy in too many areas. So I did take time to reflect and figure out what my quarter one or my next 12-week goal is going to be for 2023. So stick around, we're going to talk about that. And I also realized my last 12-week year was not a failure because I really, without knowing, ended up putting my relationship with my daughter as my number one goal. And I learned so much during that. And it is, I'm seeing, continuing on in my life now at this point. And just listening to these podcasts that I was listening to every day is just kind of something I do. Or reading material about connective parenting is just something I do. And I don't remember if I shared in one of my last videos that my daughter was having a very difficult time with our moving and also staying home with me, in which we finally discussed with her. She came to us and discussed with us, I should say, that she wanted to go to school. And so we ended up actually putting her into preschool. And they did have an opening, which I was super surprised, for a half day in the afternoon. And it has completely changed the game. She seems like a completely different person. She's loving interacting with other kiddos. I was a full-time working mom with both of my children when I had them. And so at 12 weeks, she went to daycare, and she had been in daycare ever since until we moved. So I feel like we kind of ironed that out. Obviously, parenting is still a learning thing for me, for sure. I did not know I was going to have so many triggers to my children's behavior. So it's all a process, and I'm still going through that. So during that time, I ended up listening to an audiobook that I absolutely loved, and I loved it so much, I actually ended up purchasing it. Peaceful Parents, Happy Kids. Highly, highly, highly recommend this book. I actually ended up purchasing another one from her, Dr. Laura Markham, I think is how you say it. Peaceful Parenting, Happy Siblings. I just started this book last night. I am already on page 15, although I did read the introduction. Super excited to read this. I actually plan on rereading this book too, which is why I bought it, so I can keep getting the little information out of that. So also along with that, I found this on Amazon, Peaceful Parent, Happy Kids workbook. I have not started this yet. For me, it seems that I need to hear it over and over. I mean, like, I'm completely changing my parenting style. I grew up with traditional control parenting. So it's a journey. I'm realizing I've already kind of been on the journey for a couple years, and these things are going to help me along that journey. And I also bought this one that I'm interested to see how that turns out. Unconditional Parenting, Moving from Rewards and Punishments to Love and Reason by Alfie Cohen. I think I had ended up purchasing this book because it was recommended in this other book that I read. Along with that, the last video I mentioned signing up for Peaceful Parenting Instagram subscription. That's going awesome. I'm going to continue along with that, but she also offers one-on-one coaching, which I'm totally going to sign up for so that I can dive more into this new parenting style called connective parenting. There's a lot of research around it, and I do fully believe that this is right for me and for my kids, and it's what I've always dreamed I was going to be as a mom. And then when I had kids, I realized, wow, I'm actually not that mom, but I am committed to getting there. I know it's going to take a lot of work, but I'm already seeing some fruits of that labor. So I'm super excited to just kind of taking these small steps and going forward in that dream that I have for me and my children, but no longer putting that as my number one priority. It kind of seems like it's just a lifestyle now. I'm doing the special time with my children. Well, okay, during Christmas break, it was not so easy to do that because we were traveling a lot, but it's just like, it's in the routine now that my daughter is expecting me to have special time with her in the morning, and then it's part of our nighttime routine. So that really just seems to be a part of my lifestyle now. So I decided that my number one goal for quarter one, or this next 12 weeks, is going to be decluttering my house. I reflected on this and realized that I'm having a lot of anxiety around the house. It seems super cluttered. Things aren't put away. With us moving here, some things really just haven't got put away because I'm realizing we don't have places to put them. There's things there, or we really haven't thought about what we're going to do for those certain areas. It was actually a goal of mine on my last 12 weeks to get clear organization bins and get my bathroom decluttered and organized, and I never did it. And I don't remember if it was because we were getting sick or that it just wasn't at the top of the list. And so with it being my main priority this quarter, which we are already on, what day is it? January 4th, I can tell you that I pretty much already have that project done, which is super exciting. So this is what my bathroom is looking like so far. These little containers are what we already owned, and I had them over here, but when I opened them, I couldn't like see inside of them because I'm not able to pull them down because, I don't know if you can see this, like if I pull this one open, like it stops there, so I'd have to get on a ladder to see what I have in it. I ended up finding these little containers from Target, and this is a 12 by 12. I don't know if you can see that, but like I can pull this out and see what's there. Oh, I can hardly see that because I'm looking above myself and seeing what I'm doing, but like, see here, I can pull that out. I can see everything that's in there. It's not as big as the space that I have here, so I do have like some things stuffed back there, but it's working out so well. It's working out pretty well so far. Adult medications, kids medications, random things. So I'm thinking what I need to do is either label here everything that's in there, or on the side, shaving stuff. I need to get another container like this, and then I need to get some more containers up there. So toothbrush stuff, body stuff, soap, extra scrubbers. Like I need to get that put up there. But anyways, this was one of my goals from the last 12 week plan that I never got done, but like I've almost got this done in less than a week on this new plan that I have set up. I just had this table set here so that I could take everything out, set it out, see what I have. This is what I need to finish up tomorrow or whenever. I don't even know what to do with these. Like, I probably need to put these in my memories. This is Evelyn, my last child, and then these are my miscarriages. So, I don't know. Do you guys keep these? Is that weird? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, almost done, really. It's turned out quite well. I don't know. I probably need to get another container. I gotta figure out where, if they even make these. We've had them for at least 5 or 6 years. So, yay for completing some things on my goals. I've gotten at least 4 boxes of donation things already sent to the donation center. I actually did that right before the new year, but I want to keep track of how many boxes I get out. It would be interesting to see how many items I actually got out, but I don't know if I have enough time to count everything. I actually decided to sign up for the Take Your Home Back course, which is a part of Dawn, which is the minimal mom. It's her course along with the Clutterbug and Dana. I don't remember what her last name is, but A Slob Comes Clean. So they have this course and they do live events where they're doing like live decluttering, and they have a Facebook group a part of that so you can ask questions. And I'm like feeling super motivated to get things decluttered because I'm realizing that if I can declutter and I don't have to clean as much, routines are already going smoother, and my kids are going to be home this summer and I don't want to spend time managing all the clutter. I really want us to spend a lot of time together, going to the pool, you know, doing all sorts of fun things that we can do during the summer. I also want to get my garden up and going. I absolutely love gardening, but we also have to get our fence up. So there's a lot of other things that I want to do and not have to deal with the mess in the house. So that is why that has moved up to my #1 priority, and I really think I can get this done as long as I'm not getting sick. So on that note, I realized that maybe doing all of the reflecting and tracking on Google Docs was just too much, that I decided to go back to pen and paper, which is different for me. I've been digital planning for a while. I actually ended up creating a free digital planner for 2023. If you're interested, I will link the short video down below that has the link that you can get that. I love digital planning. But yeah, gonna try to go back to the good old pen and paper. I got a Clever Fox planner, which you can find on Amazon. I went with this one because I've had it in the past and I did like it. It had some reflection area here that I need to yet do my vision board. I'm a little bit behind on that because I was not at home, so I couldn't print anything off. And then what are my goals surrounding these specific topics? Obviously, I cannot complete all of these at once, and I think that is totally why some people get discouraged with their goals. And so that's why I'm only doing the one main focus now for my 12-week year, which is what I put here, goal #1. And I said Q1, so I haven't filled out the rest of these goals because I think I'm going to spend some time reflecting when I get this 12-week done to see where that leads me to Q2, Q3, and Q4. I did a little bit of mind mapping on what I want for this 12-week year, like what creates a peaceful home, which I said it's decluttered. There's cleaning routines that are easy. There's self-care routines like getting to the gym. So if I'm not here maintaining things as much, I can still hit the gym like I want to, which is an ongoing goal for me. There's no or less yelling because my surrounding is not stressing me out, which yelling is part of peaceful parenting, or not yelling is part of peaceful parenting. Effective plans. I love planning. If I have less stuff to maintain, I can sit down and plan more consistently. And also a peaceful home is also organized. So everything that I love to do could be better if I just had a more minimal home. So that's kind of how I got to that as being my 12-week year. So I actually enjoy digital planning because you can make mistakes and you're not getting as much anxiety, but I decided with this planner, because it's paper and I haven't planned in a paper planner in a really long time, I said, it doesn't matter if I make any mistakes, just get it on paper and don't worry about what it looks like. So I have the most basic planning routine ever. One pen, and that is it. So what I am doing on this planner is just on each day writing down which portion of the course that I am completing, and then I check it off when I am done. It also has an area where I can put the main goal for the week, what are my top priorities for the week, any notes, which I am just using as some simple notes to remind me of what I'm learning in the course. I have a personal to-do list, which I am actually using for some other things that I want to keep track of. And then it also has a habit tracker, which is where I am tracking whether or not I did my 30-minute declutter or if I did my course material. And so far, going back to pen and paper has been effective. And just quickly opening it and reflecting on whether or not I accomplished what I set out to do. So although I didn't finish my original 12-week plan, I am super excited to get started again. And I learned a lot during that first 12 weeks that I can't overdo it on what I'm tracking and what I have set out to do, especially when I'm a busy mom. Sometimes what we think about goals is that people just go all the way up to meeting their goal and that's it. But just like a baby who develops, you go up and you go down, you go up and you go down. And I do believe that that is totally what happens in reaching a goal too, because there's just peaks and valleys. So yes, hello, I had some valleys during my first 12 weeks, but I'm excited to just keep going and not giving up. And just like losing weight, the consistency in the long run is actually what gets you where you want to go. So I'm just going to keep going, keep trekking along. So I hope this motivated you as well to just keep going with your 12-week year, especially if it didn't turn out like you expected. But you know, we still learn something. And I think that's part of the journey too, is to not always achieve what we thought we could, but to learn something along the way as well. So I hope this gave you some inspiration, and I will see you next time.